What's up, everybody? We got a great game on right now, and I said, hey, man, I can't miss this one. Y'all hit the like button on the way in. Let's kick back, relax. Let me dim these lights. Oh, what's this Silent Night? I might have to check that out. Look like a nice movie. Silent Night, a new movie. Hit that like button, y'all. Hey, man, we got that San Francisco Eagles game on right now. Eagles had to settle for 2 field goals. I'm really interested in this game to see how it goes, man. Y'all punch that like button on the way in. Cleveland and the Rams duking it out as well. Debo on the edge, chop down, man. Negative yardage. Second and about 13 coming up, 14. TD Tyreek said he ran the wrong route on his 2 touchdowns. Look like the wrong route to be working. Did you just start this stream because I just got notified? Yeah, I just started it. Oh, Cooper dropped it on his side, and Purdy in trouble. Checks down, incomplete, almost picked off. All right, here we go. 3rd and 14. Purdy back to pass. Looking, under pressure, rolls right. Throws, out of bounds. They're going to punt the ball. Eagles defense. All right. Eagles get the ball back. What's up, Enzo? 305. Y'all hit the like button. I just woke up, TD. How Tua played today. He played good, man. He had a great game, actually. I like to put it in the great category. Didn't have to do as much. It wasn't like this statistical crazy game, but he managed it well, made his throws. I think he did really good. Had a few jittery moments, but didn't turn the ball over. I don't even think there was turnover-worthy plays in this game. He had a really good game. These are the games that I'll take from him every week. I love what he did on the field. And he made a few plays too. Pressure coming, imminent sack, nice little moves in the pocket to avoid them. I love what I saw from Tua today. What he did today was franchise quarterback worthy. You don't turn the ball over. So again, but nobody judges them off of these games. You always judge Tua on the real competition. Because our system is built to beat every bad team. This is why San Francisco has been putting up 13, 14 wins every season. That system is going to beat all the bad teams you play. But how you really judge the team overall is when you play good competition. And that's what I'm waiting on. I want to see Tua have a solid, a nice game like today against the great competition. That's what I want. But a heck of a day for him. Definitely a positive in my book. Shout out to Lancelot C. Said, TD, you can have a chill stream. Fins W. I know it. I'm kind of relaxed, man. I'm relaxed. Kick back. Matter of fact, let me turn this other light off. I'm finna dim the lights. We ain't getting too romantic now. Yeah. All right. TD seems relaxed right now. Yes, I am. I am relaxed right now. I'm definitely relaxed, man. Kicking back, watching some football. Because I'm not going to do this night game. I'm not going to do Kansas City, Green Bay. I'm going to watch it maybe with the wife, but I'm not going to actually do the game. Stream it. Me and the wife going to watch a movie tonight. All right, Eagles negative -1 yard run on first down. 2nd and 11 coming up. They're going to say 2nd and 10. Drink one of those twisted teas. I ain't got no twisted tea. Ain't no alcohol in here. Ain't no alcohol in the house. TD is going to be talking his talk at the round table. Yeah, I'm going to take it easy on the Jets, man. I mean, them bums are just bums, even though I think I might have even picked them to win. Let me see. Yeah, I picked them bums to win. I don't even know why. A.J. Brown on the screen. He going to get 3 yards, maybe 4. 3rd and 6 coming up. But the Patriots, it ain't really no trash to talk. They wanted that. The Patriots are trying to lose, y'all. Y'all just got to watch the games and see. I think them bums was in the red zone twice and ain't get no points somehow. They trying to lose. Pittsburgh, they lost their quarterback today. He went out with an injury, and they getting beat by Arizona 24-3. Trying to see my prediction picks. Let's see how well or bad I did. CJ Stroud got hurt? I didn't know. I thought he was playing late. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. I'm not sure. All right. So watch picks. Yeah, got one on him. We need San Francisco. Richie. Who do y'all got winning this Eagles San Francisco game, by the way? TD, we only get 2 streams a week, bro. It's gonna improve, man. I done had some busy weeks, bro. It's some things that Roundtable Sports, I've been real busy. Y'all don't understand the growth that's happening with Roundtable Sports, and it's taking a lot of time, but I gotta do what I gotta do, man. It's just what we're doing is special and it's growing and it's getting crazy right now. So but this week I'm gonna crank it up, man. I'm gonna crank it up for sure. At this point, we're just bullying Jets fans. That's why I stopped commenting on to their. Yeah. Like when I go to the round table this week, I ain't gonna talk bad to the Jets fans. I'm starting to feel bad now. I'm at a point where it's like, man, it ain't right. It ain't right. It's almost it's bullying now. I'm straight. It was competitive at first. Now, nah, they done got so low, and I guess that's a shame too. They done got so bad. TD won't bully them no more. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, the Jets, man, tough loss. It was just a tough battle. You need offense. Next game. Oh man, I'm gonna dial it down on them this week. All right, Hurts on 3rd and 11. Here we go. Back to pass. Under pressure. Runs. Hurts. Sideline out of bounds. They'll punt the ball. 4th down. All right, they chopped him down at the 14-yard line. 15-yard line, San Francisco will start. A lot of injuries today throughout the NFL. It was another bad day for the NFL. I mean, it's a regular thing now. I know you've seen the copycats. What do you mean? It is December. I totally forgot. Yeah. What copycats you mean, high tech head? I seen one table biting a round table. I seen a few, but again, people are gonna try to make they pop up round tables everywhere. But the difference is we don't care because we're actually building the network for all round tables. They're just trying to do one for themselves. The Eagles are all over the 49ers, -1 yard. They can't do anything. And I'm going to be honest, man, 49ers might be in trouble. I mean, we run similar offenses. This is part of the problem, 49ers need to figure this out. All right. False start on the right guard. 2nd and 15 for the 49ers. The Rams going for it on 4th down. No, they're just playing. They'll kick a field goal. It were round tables before. There's just not funny. TD round table is authentic. Yeah. Can we finally admit Herbert was never better than Tua? He just had the better situation. 2nd and 15. Ayuk gets a 12-yard gain. 3rd and 3 coming up. Nick, your comment is like one of the most interesting comments to me because it's something that's funny to me, like around the NFL in general. Like people will say, Tua was a bum his first few years, right? And Herbert was a god. Then Mac Jones is a great quarterback, Pro Bowler. Then now Herbert ain't good and Tua's great. And Mac Jones ain't even looked at as probably going to be in the league in the future. It all depends on the situation, but at the same token, how are people playing when they don't have everything around them? That's how you truly gauge people. How do you play when you don't have everything around you? Now, let me ask you a question. Who's in a better situation? Tua or Herbert? Obviously, Tua right now. But Herbert being in a bad situation now, people don't use the same energy, and that's what confuses me. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this every week. Y'all ask me the same question. Tua's having a better season than Herbert. Is he a better quarterback? It's not even close. Y'all need to stop the cap. He is not a better quarterback. Y'all are taking it off of superficial things or overall things like who got the better win percentage. Ain't got nothing to do with the quarterbacks. You can put up 35 every game and have a losing record, depending on how your defense is and stuff like that. It's not even close. Nobody, no real football fan outside of people that love Tua is going to argue at who's the actual more talented quarterback. Nobody's arguing. Y'all are just arguing with yourself. And you keep bringing it up for people just, I guess, to get a rise because you're going to get the same answer every time for years to come. Herbert is way more talented than Tua Tagovailoa. It's that simple. He's more talented. Whether you call him the dink and dunk king or the ain't winning, breaking the fourth quarter, he's more talented. Whether you like it or not. Debo with the first down, they finally starting to get something moving. And arm doesn't make you a better QB. I agree. Did I ever say Herbert's arm one time? Did I say arm? Did I say anything about his arm one time? No, he's the more talented quarterback. And I'm gonna tell you now, they were talking about this on the Dolphin stream, right? Somebody sent the message and said, "Hey, I heard Flores is the top candidate for I forgot which job they were talking about. I think the Panthers or something like that." And I said, "Well, Flores might have an opportunity of a pick of jobs because the success he's having in Minnesota, which most people don't even realize. I read the article yesterday. All the defensive categories are top 5, just about all main defensive categories top 5 in the NFL for the Vikings since week 3. And they're gonna try to make. I hear Minnesota's gonna try to make him the highest paid coordinator to get him to stay long term. But I would actually stay in Minnesota if I'm Flores, at least one more year. But if that Chargers job come available and Flores can go over there and fix the defense and just leave the offense alone, man, the Chargers will be one of the best teams in the NFL for years to come. You fix that Chargers defense, they had the best record in the AFC right now. They are the worst defense in the NFL, or 31st. They be fluctuating. You fix the Chargers defense, they be probably the best team in the AFC right now. You can call it whatever you want. Yeah, the offense does need help, T-Rich, but at the same token, they still can put up points in certain games, depending on the week. If their defense was halfway better, we would have lost in week 1. They put up 34 on us, I think. And we put up 36 or something like that. So I'm telling y'all, Flores go to the Charger. Oh, but I think he might, if Belichick get fired. I don't think Belichick getting fired like people think. But if he does, I think Flores might go back to New England. But if I'm him, I would stay in Minnesota unless one of those two jobs come open. Because in New England, at least you could draft your new quarterback, and in LA, you already got your quarterback. All you got to do is transform that defense. All right, here we go. First and goal for 49ers. Blitz coming, Purdy escapes, and he's going to run. And he breaks off of a tackle, and he trying to run people over. Good run by Purdy for 6 yards. A Tua Super Bowl win will make Tua better than Herbert. You better know it. A Tua Super Bowl win will make Tua better than everybody except Mahomes and Marino in my book. Nah, he'll still be better than Marino. I'm lying. I meant Brady and Mahomes. Tua win a Super Bowl, he third all time in my book. I don't care. Argue with your mama. Incomplete, third and goal coming up. All day. Tua win a Super Bowl, third all time. Argue with your mama. He win 2, second all time. Argue with your mama. He win 3, he the best of all time. Screw Brady. I don't care. He cheated half of them. Who better, Purdy or Tua? I gotta give Tua the edge slightly. Incomplete. They're gonna kick a field goal. Well, they might go for it. Oh, flag. Oh, on the defense. Defensive offsides. Purdy is great for the team he's leading. The same can be said about Tua. Yeah, I agree. The systems they're in, they're built to make to help them. Just do your job, you know. I mean, was it an offsetting penalty? Why is it still a third down? Oh, you played a play over. Ayuk touchdown. Purdy gets it to him. He dives and catches it. 49ers go up 6-6. Maybe the field goal will make it 7-6. Arizona's going to beat Pittsburgh 24-10. It's a 2-minute warning. They're going to let the clock tick out, most likely. Tampa Bay winning and the Rams winning 10-7. Stroud in the same system. Well, I ain't comparing Stroud. Stroud better than both of them. Stroud better than Tua and Purdy. I argue with your mama. Stroud better than both of them. CJ Stroud, man, no, he that dude. Yes, Stroud a small sample size, and that small sample size better. Now, as we get more sample size, he either come down to earth or he keep showing he better, and it gets more stronger and stronger that he better. Right now, it's a small sample size, but it's better. It's definitely better. He got the arm. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He can extend plays. He can do it all. What Stroud can't do? What Stroud can't do? What's Stroud weakness? What he can't do? And he young. As he sees new defenses and he struggles, and then as he keeps playing them, he getting better and better. Yeah, I saw Tank Dell out, but remember, we didn't know who Tank Dell was until Stroud. Man, what's wrong with his mouse? Stroud is reminding me of Watson was. Look at early Watson and look at Stroud this season. It is identical. I agree. When I saw some of the things he was doing, I was like, this is just like Watson. Hopefully he don't get in no trouble and then have to sit for 2.5 years and it start weaning off. You right, Willie. Everybody at Carolina need to get fired. I can't believe that. That is the worst. Oh man. But I thought the owner vetoed and said, I want Bryce. I thought the owner made that decision. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know. I thought the owner did that. And the owner do it, it is what it is. Or he can keep blaming coaches like, no, you just ain't good. I don't know. T-Rich, I agree. Stroud and Watson don't play alike whatsoever. But when you look at the big plays, you see some of the things that Watson did when he was young in Houston, extending plays. When he escaped the pocket and they reaching at his feet and he tipping away from them, getting out, throwing on the run deep. Watson was doing that exact thing. They definitely got two different games. But when he extend plays, he looked like Watson. Now, Watson had faster bounce and stuff back there when he first started. But Stroud, man, Stroud just seemed more poised. Stroud seemed more calm. Stroud seemed unfazed. Stroud can get sacked on 1st and 10 at the end of the game, and it be 2nd and 27, and they get a first down. Stroud ain't shook. He ain't shook, whether it work or not. The kid is calm, man. Is he perfect? No. But his starting point, yeah, you see a little bit of everything coming out. Everything. The running, the extension, the improvisation, the arm strength. Oh, the arm strength. Lord, now he got arm strength. He got arm strength. Finding the guys open, throwing on the rope. I've seen a few misfires here and there, like everybody, but man, I see a nice body of work starting out. Let's see if he progresses or regresses the next few years. Yeah, man, I think what some people need to understand is when guys come in like this, sometimes you don't need to progress. You just got to keep doing that. You just got to keep doing it. But valid point, though. You got to see these guys long term. Right now, I'm telling you what I think he is, but it means nothing. It means nothing. Let's see if 2 years from now, we still talk about Stroud, that dude. That's when you locking it in. Right now, it's just talk. All talk right now. Hurts gonna take a sack, and that's the thing I don't like about Hurts' game. He held the ball back there for freaking 38 seconds. At some point, bro, just throw it away. He thinking that he can find a lane and maybe run eventually. Just hold it, see if something come open, and if not, I'll find a lane. No, you got to get rid of that ball. Hurts put his team in a lot of 2nd and longs and 3rd and longs. And they're in a max protect. He does that a lot. But you got to admit, in clutch time and crunch time, he balls. He shows up the ball. So they set up a screen, and 49ers was having none of it. 3rd and 19 coming up. It's not a flag. They were setting up a screen, and he threw it at the running back feet. They just couldn't set it up. All right, quick screen. And Smith, Jesus, first down. The skinniest man on the field out here breaking tackles. Smith through Waddle. Hey, man, I think it's time to have that conversation, man. Y'all got to forgive me, but it's time to have that conversation. Y'all know what conversation, man. Put it in the chat if you know what conversation. Put it in the chat if you know what conversation. I think it's time. I've been avoiding it for a few years now. It's time to have that conversation, man. I've been trying to give a certain somebody ample amount of time to show they better, but it's time to have that conversation, man. Smith or Waddle. Oh, man, do y'all remember draft night? Smith or Waddle. Smith or Waddle. Oh, my gosh. I hate not picking Dolphins, but let's just call it what it is. Smith. And what pick was Smith? What pick was Smith? What pick was Smith, y'all? Incomplete. Thank you, baby. One. All right. All right. 12, like 10. Was it 6 or 7? Nah, Waddle was 6. So it couldn't have been. Remember Philly traded up right in front of the Cowboys and took them? I don't know. Was that the same year? Maybe I'm on different years. Was that the year they took Parsons? Or was it or did they take the other receiver? It was 12, man. I forgot what happened in that draft, but it was all kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, he was the first wide receiver off the board. TD Waddle ain't the future. Oh, he the future. You spent the first round pick on him. What you gonna do? Let him go? What you gonna do? Waddle this offseason, his agent is sitting in Chris Green's office. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And you gotta give him over 20. You gotta give him over 20. What you gonna do? Oh, boy, our financial situation. Y'all remember all that stuff I've been telling y'all for the last 2-3 years. I told y'all it was going to happen just like this if we stay down this path. I said, even if these guys all work out and be good, it's even worse for us. Now look at Austin Jackson. He going to want some money. Luckily, it ain't big money, but he's still going to want a lot more than what he getting now. Connor Williams got to get paid. Robert Hunt ain't no fifth-year option. He wasn't no first-round pick. Where my money? You didn't pick up the fifth-year option of Jackson. Look at that. On the O-line alone, you got 3 people. Where my money? Now Waddle. Now Waddle. You got to give him his money. If you remove Waddle, Hill wouldn't be as impactful and vice versa. Now, I don't know about that, Nick. Tyreek different. And by the way, you remove Tyreek, Waddle will finally eat. Waddle ain't eating right now like y'all think. He getting yards. But Waddle, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Waddle getting like half the production he can easily be getting. Puka Nacua hurt? That's tough. Well, Jackson isn't getting paid in Miami, then we have a major emergency issue. That means next year you might be without 2 tackles. Because how can you continue with Armstead? Y'all want them to continue with Armstead going forward next year, paying that kind of money and barely getting games? And then now he ain't even finishing games. So you let Jackson walk. Now you need a right tackle and you need a left tackle for the future. All right, play them games you want. I agree. I don't think you can pay Armstead anymore, but we'll see. All right, here we go. San Francisco handoff. McCaffrey right up the gut, first down. I think San Francisco is going to start getting in rhythm now. We'll see. Because this almost halftime. 7-6, and it's almost halftime. This is how you're supposed to be competing in a big game. Even if you ain't playing well, at least as a team, this is how you're supposed to be competing. Just like this. If they making it tough on you, you making it tough on them. This is what you call a game. This is what you call 2 great teams. It ain't got to be pretty, but it don't make you ungreat just because you ain't scoring, but at least be battling like this. Both teams battling right now. Kittle up the field, past the 50-yard line. Kittle with 25 yards. When can we cut Armstead? Next year. Let me take a look at the situation. I'll let you know right now. Teron Armstead contract. I'll tell you right now. Y'all hit that like button. Let me get this 1st and 10 in first. Handoff right up the middle. McCaffrey pushing forward. McCaffrey gets 9 yards. All right, look. So this is the situation. Dang, boy. Well, maybe never mind. It just depends on how much we want to eat. So look at it like this, all right? Next year in 2024, right? Armstead is a $21 million cap hit. Well, 20.6. 21 round up, right? He has 24 million dead cap, but there's 3 years left on the contract. Okay? So 24 million dead cap. If you cut him, you got to eat 8 million per year in dead cap. 8, 8, and 8. But here's the savings. Next year, you'd save 13 million if you cut Armstead. The year after, you'd save 13 million, and the year after, you'd save 13 million. Pretty much. But you're still paying 8 million for each of those 3 years of dead cap. So that's a tough decision. 8 million down the drain, counting against your cap, and he not there, but you do save 13. It's a tough decision. And then he can't stay healthy. Tough decision. So you only eating 5 million. What do you mean, T Rich? You eating 8 each year. Now in 2025, he's a $21 million cap hit, but a $12.7 million dead cap, which is $6.5 million each year for the last 2 years. And what people don't realize is all of this is because they already restructured the deal. His restructure added $4 million on each year, so that we could save money in his first year. Do y'all know last year he was a $4 million cap hit? Because we restructured. We took 20 million away and converted it into signing bonus and divided it between the remaining years just to save money last year. Just to save money last year. So yeah. $8 million can get you a decent player. No. We'd save 13 million. Well, we'd save 13 million, not 8. It's still gonna cost us 8 to cut him. If we cut him, he's gonna count against our cap 8 million, but we save 13. We get 13 million of cap space back. So you got to ask yourself, what will they do? That's a tough decision to make, honestly. It's a real tough decision to make. It is. It's a real tough decision to make, honestly. He might get just one more year. He might play next year too, because that's the end of his window. Even Spotrac got his out after next year. Is the potential out for the team to where it won't hurt. First down, Purdy to Ayuk. And then you got to look at Xavier Howard. I don't see the team moving forward with Xavier Howard next year. Now, I agree, T. Rich, when you say the team can do a lot with 13 million, but you also have to understand you got to replace Armstead too. I'm tell you what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to run with this funky 09 next year. Watch. If they cut Armstead, they're gonna try to run with them guys that's backing him up now. Watch. All right. The out on Xavier Howard's contract is after this year. His out is here, and we've already restructured him so much. Xavier Howard is a walking restructure when it comes to the money. He's been restructured so much. And next year, he's a $26 million cap hit with $27 million dead cap. But he got 4 more years of contract value. So 27 divided by 4. That's about 6.7 million a year that the team will have to eat. 6.7 a year if they want to move on, but they'll also save about 19 a year by moving on. You cut X, you're going to save about 19 million a year. See, look at Robert Hunt. There ain't nothing to look at. Robert Hunt won his money. Debo, big run. First and goal at the 4. I put it in. Robert Hunt. I'm telling you, Robert Hunt just won his cash. Robert Hunt ain't no first round pick. Ain't no 5th-year option on Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt in his 4th season right now, he is an unrestricted free agent. He has no restrictions. What, you gonna franchise tag Robert Hunt? You're not gonna franchise tag no Robert Hunt. He is a free agent. Let me see what his current value is. I'm gonna see if they have it. They usually have it. Give me a second. Market value for Robert Hunt right now. Average salary about $9 million a year. Guys comparable to him make about, at the high end, $9 million a year. And they get 3-year deals or sometimes 4-year deals. So Robert Hunt could very well be looking at like a 4-year, $32 million contract. And the guarantees are what's going to matter most. They project Robert Hunt to get a 4-year, $35 million contract, about $8.5 million per year. That's his projection. But this is the team that drafted him. If he can get that on free agency, he's going to ask his team to give him 9.5 or even 10. And if they don't, he's going to hit the market and he's going to get that 8.5. That's what happened when you draft a player. They want that little premium. Because otherwise, it's a wasted draft pick, especially when you ain't draft nobody to back him up, to replace him. We need to do that then for Hunt. Yeah, I get it, but or will Chris Greer say, I can go find another Robert Hunt? I don't know. Because the more guys you sign on these middle of the road contracts, it puts you in trouble for Christian Wilkins and Connor Williams and those guys. Who's the priority? I know it looks like a small number, but guys at that position, you try to get $3 to $4 million so that you could pay a Christian Wilkins. You start paying the Robert Hunts of the world. Now it's a case of, man, we can't get the big person now. 2-yard running for McCaffrey. All right, let's look at Connor Williams. He's actually rated the number 1 center in the NFL right now. All right, let me see. Dang, man, how you spell Connor Williams? Am I spelling this wrong? All right, there you go. Yeah, Connor Williams, another unrestricted free agent. What's his market value? $14 million a year. $14 million a year. He's projected to do a 5-year, 67 or 68 million and make about 13.5 million per year. They got him ranked number 2 in the NFL, but PFF got him 1. But they say number 2 on here. McCaffrey touchdown. So with that being said, Connor Williams. So you look at Robert Hunt at 14, Connor Williams at potentially 9. That's 23 right there. Let's look up Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson, he is a unrestricted free agent. It's not showing because they already voided the 5th year. So the club declined it. So technically he's an unrestricted free agent. His market value coming up, 4 years, 43 million, about 11 million per year. And if he keeps playing well and we have playoff success, that number is going to go up. You have an unrestricted free agent off of a playoff successful team. In the open market, he might get 13 or 14. And right now, Spotrac got his value at about 11 for Miami. So they say potential 4-year, 43. So when you look at those three guys alone, right? 14 plus 9, that's 23 plus 11, 34 million right there. Now you got to find Armstead's replacement. Or do you do one more year with Armstead? Can you afford to do one more year with Armstead? Because you need all that money. Even if you cut Armstead, you're still running at a deficit from those three contracts alone. Jackson ain't even doing that well. Jackson is hiding behind a fast release quarterback. What is this? Yeah, the Eagles in trouble. 38 seconds. But y'all see the issues we having on the O-line right now. Tipped in the air, incomplete. You see what we're dealing with on the O-line right now. Those three guys. And again, if you moved on from Armstead, you got to replace him anyway and pay somebody. I think Armstead might do one more year, y'all. And if he does, you can't sign all them other guys. And honestly, it'll be smarter to sign all those other guys instead of keeping Armstead. But let's see what Chris Greer decides. All right, the Eagles are gonna defer right now. They're gonna let this dwindle down and try to go into halftime down 14-6. And everybody's gonna look at the 49ers now as pretty much the best team, probably power ranked wise in the NFL, and say that they only had a slump due to the injuries. Healthy, they're number one if they can win this game. Tua is getting signed. It's a no-brainer. Yep. I keep telling people he getting his money. And I'm gonna be right here for it. It's gonna be real interesting. I just need him to get a Super Bowl within the next 2 years, this year and next year. Just get a Super Bowl. That would be so everything. Because like I keep telling y'all, we don't get a Super Bowl this year, next year. The recipe for purgatory is right back again. The same last 20 years we've been in, it's right back again. I'm going to tell you now, if we don't get a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, Tua's going to make it 8 years, and then we're going to move on from him. We don't get a Super Bowl in the next this year or next year, Tua's going to get his contract. He's going to get about 4 years into it of the 5-year deal, and then that's going to be it. They're going to move on from him, trade him, and we're going to try to start another rebuild. Telling you. Because when Tyreek's gone, and a lot of these guys are gone that are making the phenomenal plays, Tua's going to come right back down to being in the middle of the road, but a little better. He's going to be good at best. That's just how it works. People need to understand, before that opportunity came across Greer's desk with Tyreek, they brought in Cedric Wilson to be wide receiver number 2. Can you imagine if it was still Waddle and Cedric Wilson? Do you think we'd be doing what we're doing right now as a team? Do you think we'd be raving and going crazy about how great our offense is right now? Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Tua is generational. He doesn't need a team around him. Or did that just happen the last 2 years? Or it's always been that way? Even when he was a rookie and a sophomore and all that. I don't know. I'm just asking. Trying to figure it out. Oh, the Browns done tied it up 10-10 with the Rams, and Puka Nacua being out might be really hurtful for the Rams, but we'll see. Their replacement done came. Well, yeah, Puka Nacua had a 70-yard touchdown, but now he's hurt. So him being out could mean a devastating blow for the Rams, but we'll see. Hey, I realized Detroit 9-3, huh? Interesting. Tua was 15-8 with Preston Williams and Parker. Stop lying, man. Are you counting the games he started and finished? Or are you counting the games Ryan Fitzpatrick came in to save the day at the end when we were getting destroyed? $15-8 with no playoff appearances. It don't even compute.
Right now, it seems like the momentum is all swinging towards. It's kind of like a big championship fight. Boom, 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 you fight, then you get into Philadelphia is protecting the passer well, though. And Philadelphia has been a second-half team over the last month. 14-6 right now.
But like I said, I need us to do something special this year or next year. That's it. I don't want to hear all that other stuff, man. I don't want to hear all that other stuff. Do something this year, next year. I don't know the future, but I know the future of this situation. If we don't do something this year, next year, after that, we in trouble. We are in trouble. Then I got to sit here for years and years and years and hear the same thing over and over. The O-line sucks. The wide receivers dropping the ball. The defense can't stop nobody. Where's the run game? Every year, something new going forward. Got to pay Tua win, TD. Oh, you're going to pay him this offseason. Let's go. Tua getting that $500 million 10-year contract. Yeah. Something up there. Something big. Oh, he getting paid. Unless Stephen Ross come in and be like, man, hold off. Make him play on his 5th year. Because Stephen Ross won a Super Bowl. Stephen Ross is a businessman. He ain't stupid either. Stephen Ross understands, hey, we went the approach of trying to put everything we can around him that we could find. No team gonna just have everything, but we try to put everything around him we can find, give him the best of the best in some areas. And if we can't do it like that, then what make us think we gonna do it when we pay him and give him less? This is what I told y'all. What's his name? With Dak Prescott and Tony Romo, this is what I told Dallas Cowboys fans for years. If you couldn't do it when he was making pennies, what make you think you gonna do it when he making big bucks? You see what I mean? I can see if you ain't putting them around him the whole time, but you got a sample size that if you can't do it with everything, then where's the logic here? That's why for me, you got to do, man, you got, man, at least the AFC championship, right? Right? At least the AFC championship. At least lose a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Just like Buffalo, if you couldn't do it with him making peanuts, why you think you can do it when he making big money? Common sense logic right there. It's common sense logic right there, y'all. Like, nobody think about that bare minimum common sense right there. If you couldn't do it with everything around him when he was making peanuts, what make you think you're going to do it whenever you pay him a lot and there's less around him? It's the common sense. People want to ignore all of that and put it right out the window. So we got to just try to figure it out. Dumb, boo-boo the fool. That's the same thing I told y'all about Buffalo. And I told you they window closed last year. And best case scenario over the next 5 to 10 years is a wild card. Best case scenario. Now look at them. Now look at them. And Mahomes did it with and without. You can ride with that forever. It's still going to be harder for them to win Super Bowls, but you can ride with that forever. They paid Dak and they straight. Stop lying. What has Dak done the last few years since he got paid? And now all of a sudden, what they looking good right now for what? To be the Cowboys of old? To be the Cowboys of old? What the Cowboys going to do when the playoffs come? You think anybody truly believe the Cowboys going to go to an NFC championship game? You think anybody believe the Cowboys going to beat the Eagles or the 49ers? Who both teams they lost to this year? Nobody believe that. And luckily, you finally got off of Zeke's contract. You shouldn't have never gave him a contract either. If Dak couldn't do it before the money, why y'all sitting around here thinking he could do it after? Nobody cares about the regular season. The Cowboys doing good this year. Kirk Cousins went 14-3 last year and lost in the first round. Does it matter? And they ain't play nobody the whole year, by the way, just like us this year. And all three of their losses against the good competition. Where do I buy a Josh Allen trash can? Man, the homie Pure Fins bought this for me, man. Or he made it for me, man. You got to keep it handy right down here for all my trash. All the nasty, trash. The wet trash, all that. The maggot trash. Y'all gonna learn, man. Y'all gonna learn. I told y'all the same thing with Russell Wilson. I said Russell Wilson's a good quarterback in the system and everything perfect around him on this rookie deal. I told people before they gave Russell the contract after the first time, I said, I'm going to be honest. When I evaluate Russell Wilson's play, he is a product of everything around him. Beast mode with the perfect running game, a generational defense with the Legion of Boom, and it sets up the play action with the run game, and all he got to do is manage the game. I said, as soon as you pay that man and you got lefts around that team, Seattle ain't going to do nothing special. What has Seattle done ever since Russell Wilson came off his rookie deal? I told them they'll have first-round exits at best, and they've never got out of the first round, maybe with the exception of 1 year. And I don't even think that. Go back and look at the 11 years or how many of it? I think it was double digits. Go look at Russell Wilson's career in Seattle. Soon as he got his money, the very next year, we can't afford the Legion of Boom. There go one of them. We can't afford this. There go another. We can't afford that. There go another. Whole Legion of Boom, one at a time, every year was being let go. Then they came up for renewal of Russell Wilson's contract. I said, get out of it now. You can't just let him walk. He's a generational quarterback. Man, generational, you wouldn't have never had this issue. He's just a good game manager. He was perfect for your situation when he was making $8 million a year. He was perfect for your situation, making $8 million a year. Long as he didn't turn it over, he made a few throws, blah, blah, blah. He looked like a great quarterback. They gave him the money again. Sure enough, 2-3 years later, they trying to figure out ways out. And they finally got out of it. Same story keep happening in the NFL over and over. And there's only one quarterback who has defied odds, and that's Patrick Mahomes. He is the only quarterback who has defied odds. Only one. But everybody else is the same story, and every team getting sucked into the same situation and not using their brain. Not using their brain and saying this is what happens in the NFL. Michael Parsons tried to tell y'all. Michael Parsons basically tried to tell y'all last year, San Francisco, it must be nice when you got a quarterback making minimum money. Michael Parsons know what time it is because they can have more talent on the roster. But people keep ignoring it. If your guy ain't do it, making peanuts, you are crazy. You think he gonna do it not making peanuts? At least a championship round, at least blowing the league out the water and like, oh my gosh. At least carrying a team, putting them on your back, making the crazy plays over and over and over. People don't get it, and it's right in their face. It is so obvious what's happening in the NFL. So obvious. Texans going to be good for years to come as long as CJ Stroud making them peanuts. Long as he making the peanuts. There's going to be a shift in the NFL coming up real soon. There's going to be a shift coming real soon. Y'all going to see. Burrow, Herbert, Watson, all of these guys going to settle in as the good quarterbacks, but they just, battling for wild cards and stuff for years to come. Watch. Because of the impact their salary have on their team. And watch all these young teams start coming up and making more and more strides at being some of the wild card and playoff teams. Watch. It happens in cycles. As the 49ers get an 18-yard pass to Jay Jennings again. And the 49ers, they were smart. Move on from Jimmy G. Let's save the money. This is a quarterback-friendly system. We don't need Jimmy G. Purdy take over, even though they tried to get Fields, but he couldn't make the system. And it's easy. Now we got Purdy for a few years making peanuts, and we can continue to be dominant and go far. Jalen Hurts making peanuts. Jalen Hurts just got his money, but it don't kick in until let me show y'all Jalen Hurts' contract. I'm gonna tell you when the Eagles gonna start hurting. But you know the thing I admire about the Eagles? What I admire about the Eagles, they know how to reset and go for Super Bowls every 7 years or something. They know how to reset. They ain't crazy. Let me show y'all when Jalen Hurts' money gonna kick in. So this year, because Jalen Hurts just signed a 5-year, $255 million contract. That's $51 million a year. He signed it last offseason. Guess how much his cap hit is this year? Guess how much Jalen Hurts' cap hit is this year, y'all? Take a guess. Let me show you what they're doing. 3rd and 2, they'll pick it up. Wow, wheel route. Jeez. McCaffrey just put a move on out of this world. Jalen Hurts cap hit this year is $6 million. This man's supposed to be making $51 million annually. This year is $6 million. You know what that means? Basically, his team, compared to other teams, got an extra $45 million to play with on their roster. You know what you can do with $45 million? You can have one of the best O-lines in the NFL. You know what you can do with $45 million? You can have one of the best secondaries in the NFL. You can get weapons. You see? Guess what? Next year, the way his contract structured, $13.5 million cap hit. The year after that, $22 million cap hit. They backloaded Debo touchdown. It's a wrap. San Francisco, best team in the league. They back-ended the heck out of his contract. They back-ended the heck out of his contract. He got $110 million guaranteed. All back in. And then on top of that, they put voidable years all the way to 2032. They know they're in a window now. They did voidable years all the way to 2032. Go look at his contract. He got voidable years on his contract all the way to 2032. You know what that means? Look at this. In 2029, even if Jalen Hurts ain't on the team, he's a $35 million cap hit. In 2030, he's a $27 million cap hit. In 2031, he's a $17 million cap hit. In 2032, he's an $8 million cap hit. When his contract is over, they built his contract to eat it when it was over. When it's over, they're going to be eating it. It's crazy, man. These low cap, his cap hit don't really hurt the team until 2027 when it's $46 million. In 2028, $54 million. But 26 is $32 million. 25, it's $22 million. 24, it's $13.5 million. They back-ended the heck out of it. Basically, they said, we're not worried about 6 years from now. We know that we're going to be in financial hell 6 years from now. We already know that. But we want to go in the next 5 years. We want to try to win 2 or 3 Super Bowls if we can. They want to have a run. The Eagles set his contract up to have a run. They want to set his contract to see if they can go on a run right now. A few Super Bowls, not just one. They want to see if they can get 2 or 3 Super Bowls and be the dominant team for the next 4 or 5 years. But at least they waited until they went to a Super Bowl to say, we got the right formula. Let's do this. Let's go for broke. Let's throw away the 5 years from now future, but let's go for broke right now. Let's go for broke. And guess what? In the process of that, let's keep drafting quarterbacks and see if we get a spark from somebody within the next 4 years so that we can move on and reset this and absorb that dead cap later and keep it going maybe. This is why I keep telling y'all, if Tua could just at least go to a Super Bowl or, the championship round, then, you'll feel better about it. You'll feel better about it. But you also got to look at the Eagles situation. You got a wide receiver in Smith on a small deal. How long can they keep A.J. Brown? Some of those decisions still going to have to be made eventually. The O-line, how long will they be able to keep them together? It's going to be interesting, man. We'll see. All right, Hurts coming back out on the field. Let's see if they can make a run and come back like they did in Buffalo with the Buffalo game. Tua is not going to the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna say the man ain't going to the Super Bowl. He just got to play some of his best football to go. But it's possible. I mean, I think it's possible, man. He just got to be lights out, like have one of them superficial games. He got to have that Baltimore game. He got to have that shoot, man. I'm just saying. I mean, I really don't know what games to really reference to the Tua and say he got to have that game, because you can't count on the Baltimore type game all the time. But I don't have a game that I could say that's the type of game Tua got to have. I don't have that game that I could point to against great competition. I don't have the game I can reference to. We just don't have one other than the Baltimore situation, that game. TD, can we beat the Ravens or Jags? I think we can beat the Jags if we play mistake-free football. The Ravens, man, let's just find out in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Let's just find out. We got to find out, man. I'm going to tell you now, the best chance of us getting one of them quality wins is going to have to come against the Ravens or Buffalo in their last game. Ravens or Buffalo. And maybe Dallas, they defense can give up some stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like Dallas offense is actually operating real nice right now. But we'll see. Can we get enough pressure on Dak? That old line really does do a good job for him. Cap will be raised substantially. I think you missed the picture. We know the cap gonna be raised, but what does it get raised? Huh? 7%? That's the whole league. Y'all think that the cap raising all go to the quarterback. That's not how it works. The value of every player. 3 years from now, you see Tyreek's 30 million. Wide receiver, man, these middle of the road wide receivers, like, all these $5 and $6 million wide receivers, them guys gonna be getting 10. Tyreek's of the world, the best, they gonna be getting 36, 37. So when the cap go up, it ain't just the quarterback, it's everybody. I'm telling you, I can guarantee you in the next 3 years, you're gonna see a wide receiver pass 35 million. You'll see a wide receiver pass 35 million. Watch. Guys like Puka, one of them guys, they're going to hit 35. See, who you think is the best quarterback in the league? Playing this year or just the best quarterback, period? Which one are we saying here? Like, who's playing the best football this year or who's the best quarterback, period? Let me know, Try. Which one are you referring to, man? Hurts throws, toe tap, out of bounds. All right. This year, I guess right now you'll have to go with Mahomes or Hurts. You got to go Mahomes or Hurts. We got some issues on the sideline. CJ Stroud up there, but I ain't going to put him past those two guys. CJ Stroud definitely top 5 this year so far. The best QB, not this year. Mahomes again, obviously. Yeah, it's definitely getting chippy.
Well, this is interesting, right? So he clearly made contact there, and Dean Blandino, a rules expert, here. New York can take a look at this, right, Dean?
And there was a flag thrown, so they can look at the entire sequence and they can let any other know if there's a disqualification, something like that. Now, look, both guys were getting into it. Dom.
Yeah, this is getting real chippy.
They can look at that and they can disqualify it. I don't know if that's going to happen at this point.
Sirianni's been hot for a while. He doesn't like a couple of the calls. The fans are into it. Here's the end of the play again. Let's go downstairs to Tom. What's going on down there, Tom? You're getting it.
Yeah, that happened maybe 5 yards away from where we're standing. You didn't see it. It's when Greenlaw reached out toward Dom, who provides security and so much else.
Disqualification. He getting kicked out.
Now it's a heavyweight fight. Now he's going to sell a lot of sweatshirts. He's going to sell a lot of sweatshirts. This is unbelievable. We're talking about the trash talk from last year's championship game. They had a little bit of a scuffle before the game, and now it's all coming out as Andy's trying to get Taylor on this drive. It's kind of like you said, he was kind of asleep. I wonder if they're giving him the juice to wake up here.
I think so. That sideline was fired up. They did not like the way Greg Greenlaw took Devontae Smith to the ground. That was clearly a personal foul, and then the subsequent getting in the face with the sideline led to the ejection.
So Greg Greenlaw, obviously the 49ers, a defense full of stars.
Man, it's crazy.
So good for them.
Your bias for Stroud showing. Man, I ain't know nothing about CJ Stroud before he was showing out in the NFL. Real talk. I never follow college football. I only follow college football whenever I start evaluating Tua because they said that he might be our top pick. I don't know. I ain't even know Stroud was in Alabama, if that's where he was. That's what they say. I ain't even know that. I don't have no bias for Stroud. I can care less about Stroud. But what that kid doing? Come on, man. Come on. I'm biased for Stroud? Come on now. Stop. I don't have nothing invested in him. But what I'm seeing on the field from him, top 5 this year so far. I mean, name the 5 quarterbacks playing better? Name the 5 quarterbacks playing better. Name the 5 quarterbacks playing better. Come on, man. Herbert did the same thing as one season, let it play out. Herbert did it his first 2 seasons. Herbert was balling out. Herbert has balled out more than Tua. Tua ain't even 2 years in. Tua ain't even 2 seasons in. And last year ain't even a season. He ain't even finish it. So let that play out. It's funny how y'all cherry pick and apply things to who you want to apply it to instead of applying it to everybody. Hurts shut down Bosa. Got him. Tua ain't had a full season yet, man. That ain't hate. That's the truth. Please, y'all, some of y'all stop being that type of person that calls the truth hate. It makes you seem real ignorant. 1 + 1 is 2. You hating on 3. Come on, you got to stop that. 1 + 1 is 2. That don't mean I'm hating on 3. You got to stop that. You got to stop that. It ain't a good look. Second and 11 coming up. Jermaine, you got to stop that, man. TD been wrong on everything. Now, why are you tuned in to him right now? Why would you tune in to somebody that's been wrong on everything? Yeah, it really don't make much sense at all. Stroud has earned his recognition this season. Exactly. The thing is, some people don't like to hear it because it puts them above Tua. Like, y'all got to get over it, man. Y'all got to get over it. Tua's playing good football. I mean, but that don't mean he got to be better than he got to be playing better than everybody, y'all. It's okay. You should just be happy with where he's being mentioned as right now. That's a good thing. It's amazing what Tua's doing right now, but you ain't got to cry because he ain't number 1. It's okay. You should be proud of what Tua's doing right now. I'm proud of Tua right now. Today, he played like a franchise quarterback. Protected the football. His order of operation was smooth. Made some really nice throws. Made some big-time plays in the pocket, avoiding sacks. I mean, just great. That's just greatness, man. And I love what I saw today from Tua. If we could just get that on a consistent basis, especially when it matters most, and nobody would be able to have any doubt, man. That's all we need. It's all we've ever asked for, but we just seem to not be able to get it when it matters most. So it'll come. I believe it'll come. I believe Tua. I believe in Tua now. I believe it'll come. I think he'll show us. Wow, they tush pushing from the 2-yard line, and they got 1.5 yards. They're going to do it again.
From the 2-yard line, just watch the push, watch the surge. The San Francisco defensive line just ends up in the paint of the end zone. They're going to line up and do it again now.
Takeaway of this drive, with all that's gone on, the penalties, the ejections, and a second and goal.
Touchdown Hurts on the brotherly shove. So they trying to mount a comeback right now. Things have stalled. Things have gotten interesting. Can Purdy keep them going? Man, if the Eagles come back and win this game, man, I'm done with them. At the end of the day, then they definitely the best team in the league. They just finding ways, man. If they win this game, man, wow. Let me see. Okay, you clearly said if we sign Tua, the team is going to be trash. You mean if we sign him on a long-term deal, or are you saying if we draft him? I don't know which one you talk about, Jermaine. I said we were going to be trash if we sign him on a long-term deal, or if we draft him. You got to get your words right. I don't know which one you're talking about. To even know what to address, whether that's even true or not. Okay. Tua really is just average. No, he ain't average. He above average. Tua above average. And right now, I don't even think he's above average. I think he's good. I think Tua is actually a good quarterback now. and he has great moments. But his actual like level is good. And y'all know my 10 tiers. Elite, great, really good, good, above average, average. 2 is good. If we can get him to really good, then I ain't got a itty bitty question about him. We just got to get him to really good. What's going to take really good? He has really good play, but to be really good, you got to do it even on the big stage. You got to do it on the big games. Right now, he's just good, beating up on all the bums, doing what he's supposed to do, like good quarterbacks do. Now, to be really good and to be great, you got to start beating up on the good teams and balling out and being one of the main reasons. That's what that takes. We ain't talk about the numbers. We talk about your play. Tua numbers weren't off the charts today. Tua had a good game numbers-wise, but I thought he was great today. But the numbers were just good. Honestly, TD, where do you rank Josh? Josh what? Josh Allen? That bum is a bum. Now, I mean, as a quarterback, like for real though, Josh is really good. But I don't have him as great or as elite like other people. He really good because he can win big games. But he ain't great in elite because he ain't carrying them over the top. He'll have a great game, but you still ain't complete the deal. You lost. It's just how I truly feel. Now, he got great moments, but overall, he ain't great, man. This is what I'm talking about. You can have elite moments. You can have great moments. You can have elite play and great play, but your overall who you are don't mean that. He's really good. He's not great nor elite. He's really good. Oh yeah, but yeah, he need to cut down on the turnovers. But you also got to understand, if he did cut down on the turnovers, they'd be probably number 1 in the division right now. And Purdy got sacked. They'd be number 1 in the division right now if he cut down on the turnovers. If he actually protected the football. They don't lose to no freaking Jets. They don't lose to no freaking Patriots. They don't lose that last game to who was it? The big game. Was it Philly or whatever? Yeah, Philly. That dumb pick. You don't turn the ball over. Josh Allen and them I had 3 more wins right now. McCaffrey on the cutback. We're going to have 3rd and 7 coming up. TD, listen, you say Tua is good. However, what about Tannehill? They are about equal. See, this is the point that I'm making. I'm glad you brought that up. This is the stuff I be talking about. Tannehill is a good quarterback at best. See, what Tannehill did at Tennessee in them first 2 years is exactly what Tua's done in the last 2 years. Actually, Tannehill did more. Had a higher passer rating, number 1 and number 2 in almost every, and number 3 in almost every category. It's exactly what Tua is doing now. But y'all don't pay attention. You don't go look at what Tannehill numbers were when he was in Tennessee the year he took over, when he played 12 games, the year after that when he played the whole season, when they actually went to an AFC championship game. His numbers were bum in the playoffs, but in the regular season, he's doing exactly what Tua doing now. And we all know Tannehill ain't great or elite. Tannehill ain't even really good. We all know this. But he did the same thing Tua doing now. Yeah, Tannehill ain't got no pocket awareness, but he did the same thing, but better than what Tua doing now. His highest passer rating was 119 or something like that. 119. We around here, Tua got the number one passer rating. It's 104. Tannehill's was 119. Jacksonville, if I lost you, is because you want to be lost. You don't want to take the facts. You just want to think Tannehill in your head and remember Miami's version and let that be it. You're limiting yourself of thinking about exactly what I'm saying. Go look at what the man did in Tennessee. And Deebo Samuel's touchdown. Eagles ain't gonna be able to catch up. They're gonna keep making plays. Told y'all this offense really Deebo. Well, that's fine. That's y'all ignorance. Tannehill didn't have Hill or Waddle. I mean, he had A.J. Brown. I ain't going to diminish that. He had A.J. Brown, and he had Derrick Henry. But at the same token, man, and the O-line was good then in Tennessee. He had a solid O-line. But why are we ignoring the fact that Tannehill led almost every category for quarterbacks them 2 years? And the man went to an AFC championship game, and his passer rating for the season was over 110. And we round here on Twitter throwing on every post, Tua's number one in passer rating at 104. Tannehill was like 116 or 119. But we don't want to acknowledge that. We don't even care, right? My point exactly. This is why people don't care nor acknowledge Tua. Only these people that's infatuated with Tua does. This is why the most people don't. This is why he's disrespected. The same way y'all disrespecting Tannehill when he was balling out in Tennessee. Now the O-line is the worst in the league. Derrick Henry been banged up most of the time. The no wide receiver weapons, and they come back down to earth, and all of a sudden, yeah, there go Tannehill being Tannehill. There go Tannehill, yep, as we thought. You're just trying to be blinded to it because it kind of kills your whole Tua narrative. Because if you want to talk about what Tua's done for the last year and a half, then you got to go give Tannehill his props from that year and a half in Tennessee. But you don't want to do that. So it kills your whole Tua narrative. Now, we can take you to a narrative if you're going to acknowledge what Tannehill did, which was better than what Tua doing now. But you won't do that. You won't do it at all. Oh, you lost me. You lost me there. Yeah, because you want to be lost. It's called ignorance. And that ain't an insult. It's just a fact. It's ignorance if you don't want to acknowledge something that actually happened because you just don't like it. You don't like that it happened. You don't like that Tannehill was number one in the NFL for passer rating that year. You don't want to like that he was number 1, 2, or 3 in most major statistical quarterback categories. You don't like it. But you don't have to. But not accepting the fact is pure ignorance. Don't get mad at me. Stay zooted if you looked it up. Then just tell me what his passer rating was. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can come in here and, they had a lot of 3 and outs. Tennessee ain't had no 3 and outs. The man had the number one passer rating. So why don't you go ahead and look it up and tell me what Tannehill passer rating was? Do me that favor and look it up. What was his passer rating for them 2 years? But you ain't going to do that. You ain't going to go in the chat right now and tell the people. You ain't going to put it in the chat. You ain't going to do that, are you? Because it kills your whole narrative. It makes you look real dumb, don't it? Trust me, it makes you look real bad whenever you don't acknowledge it. Not when you hide it. Why don't you tell the people? Put it in the chat right now. What was his passer rating? Since we want to rave about Tua being number one passer rating last year or something like that, what was Tannehill's? What was Tannehill? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on one of you to put it. Come on, stay zooted. Tannehill was a stat padder. They ain't blow nobody out. How he stat padding? Did you see that Chiefs game when they were down by 20 points and Tannehill in the fourth quarter came back and beat them with 3 touchdowns? Did you see that Chiefs game? Boy, stat padding. Stat padding. Talk about you watching. You was checking that season. Man, you know how many clutch wins he had coming back? You better go check out what he was doing that year. And I'm still not saying he a great quarterback. I still don't say he elite or great or really good. He just good when everything is around him, just like our guy. But again, you keep on commenting in the comment section. Why can't you tell the people what his passer rating was? Because you're one of the main advocates of Tua's #1 passer rating last year at 104. Oh, what was Tannehill's? Why can't you just put it in the chat and do me a favor? Put Tannehill's passer rating in the chat and then say he's still trash, and it'll make you feel better. But at least put it. Tell us. You know, the biggest hoorah last year was the passer rating. #1 in the NFL passer rating. He was the best. What was Tannehill's? Blew Tua's out of the water. Come on, Stay Zooted. You got to play along with me in this one. You asked for it. Come on, Stay Zooted. You got to give me something. Come on, bro. Give me the passer rating, please. I'm done with you, man. I'm done dealing with you, man. All right. Every time there's a non-Dolphin stream, it's just TD poo-pooing on Tua. Well, tell people in the chat, stop making him look like he's more than he is. He is who he is. Stop getting mad about it. Y'all the ones asked the question. I just give you the answer. I don't have to poo-poo on Tua. How many times I got to tell y'all today? Tua did good. Tua did good. Tua's been doing really good as of late. He showed today that this was franchise quarterback type play. We just need it consistently. I've already said that. But y'all cry when somebody don't just drool over him and just talk about the greatness all day. Y'all need to stop that sickness. It's almost like it is cultish. It's like like he's your idol. You know, I don't know if y'all religious or whatever, but that's a sin. It's like making him your idol. Like you put him on as an idol, like he's like right there with God. Like he can walk on water. He can walk on water. Y'all got to stop that. Y'all, it's getting really unhealthy. It's really nasty. Let the man just continue to get better and be great and hopefully earn us a Super Bowl. I love what he's doing so far. But just because I make one little point and I say CJ Stroud is top 5, y'all want to get in your feelings because I probably got him at #3. And I didn't even mention Tua when I said it. I just said I got Mahomes hurt and I'll probably put CJ #3, and then y'all get all in your feelings. Oh my God, no, that makes him better than Tua. No, you hate no. All in your feelings, crying, man. Y'all got to stop that little pacifying stuff. All that passive behavior, man. You expect that from a certain man. Y'all got to stop that mess. Some of y'all grown men, y'all got to stop that mess. Whining over where somebody placed CJ Stroud because I got him ahead of Tua right now. That's how all this started. I wasn't even talking about Tua. And was I the one that brought Tannehill up? No, somebody else did in the chat. How do you see Tannehill? Oh, I'm glad you asked. The same way that y'all see Tua. When he had everything around him, he looked like he was a great quarterback. Looked like it. When he had everything around him, he looked like he was great. Looked like he can carry a team. All the way to the point to where the Tennessee Titans gave this man a 5-year deal. A big contract. Paid him money. Looked like it, but could he carry him when things around him collapsed? No, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. He went right back down to shrinking like he did in Miami and start playing like a bum like he did in Miami. You see, that's fair. You see, that's what you call calling Tannehill a bum. But he had a moment where he could fool you because of everything around him. But you don't like that you see Tua in him whenever I bring up the facts. And until Tua can do more with less, he'll always be criticized like that. He'll always be doubted. Until he can get over the hump and win big games in the big moment, people will always doubt Tua. Why you getting mad at the doubters? Get mad at him. Dang, Tua, you had a chance in Buffalo. Dang, Tua, you had a chance versus the Eagles. Dang, Tua, dang, Tua, dang, Tua. Why don't you get mad at him? He keep having games where everybody look at it and say, this the one he get over the hump. This the one he prove himself. And what he do every time? What he do every time? So stop crying about people that's pointing it out. Cry to him. You should be getting mad at him. It's embarrassing. It's a shame. Well, I don't even know why y'all argue with me. Y'all know I ain't budging. He ain't getting that ultimate until he prove it. Now I've gotten to the point to where I like what he's doing, and I trust Tua on this team, in this system, with this roster. I trust him. I like him. I want him. He's my guy right now. I've gotten to that point, but to sit here and be like he's goated and he's, the next greatest of all time, what, can he prove something yet? What has he proved? What has he proved? What has he proved? Can anybody name what Tua Tagovailoa has improved? Give me something he proved. Just one thing. Just one thing in the NFL that he's proved. What? Being a second replacement alternate Pro Bowler? The starter in the Super Bowl, the backup got hurt, and now you selected to the Pro Bowl? You weren't even the first selection after the starter. You were the third. What has he proved? And nobody got a single response in the comment section of one thing he's proved. My point exactly. So stop crying to me. Cry to him. Stop crying to me and cry to him. Cry to him. Come on, Tua, prove us something. I believe in you. I've already got your proof. I already know. I'm giving you credit. As far as I care, you got a 2,000 credit score with me. I'm giving you credit for 80,000 yards in your career, and I'm going to give you credit. Y'all can give him credit all you want, but the payment due. The payment's due. When is he going to make his first payment? When is he going to make his first payment? And y'all get mad at me. Stop crying. Like I said, you're leaving me short of calling you something else. Stop crying. Leave it at that. Stop crying. At the end of the day, be proud of what you're seeing from him right now. I like what I'm seeing from him right now. He's playing good football. I love that he didn't turn the ball over today, because that's starting to become an issue, and he just needs to have games like, see, he wasn't off the chart statistically today, but you know what? These are the games I want to see in the big game. It ain't got to be 300 plus yards. It ain't got to be 3+ touchdowns. But in the big game, give me that nice, subtle, nice win. Took care of the football, gathered some yards, and played well. Didn't cause your team to lose. And that's all. That's all you asked for. I love what Tua did today. And overall for the season, I like what he's done. But you still got to prove something. You still got to prove something, man. And hopefully, and I'm hopeful. I'm so hopeful that he proves it this year, because I need him to. I ain't got time to be in purgatory for the next 10 years. I need him to prove it over the next 2 seasons. Please do it. Do it. Just get something special. Go to an AFC championship game if you can. Please. I'm with you, man. I'm riding with Tua. He our only hope. I want him to do it. Please. Man, if San Francisco score right here, this game over, man. Oh, McCaffrey got it, but it was a high pass. Oh, Puka Nacua back in the game. He back. So he ain't hurt. He's back in the game. So he came back from that injury, and he's still balling. Just ripped a nice one up the sideline. He in Cleveland territory. Scored 13-13. Baby steps, TD. Year 9, he'll ball out and prove you wrong. I know that was a joke. But Tua got a chance to, it ain't about proving wrong. It's just about, lifting this franchise to places it's never been. That's all it is. Lifting us to the point, McCaffrey, boy, what a run. Lifting us to a point to where, man, we finally proud. This 9-3 got us proud, but again, it's all nothing if it ain't nothing at the end. 49ers got this game unless they choke, TD. Yeah. But, man, you've seen the Eagles do crazy things. Tua's MVP. He's proven he has no quit, TD. All right. Stay zooted. Telling me to stop crying. You're embarrassing yourself. Master Work will clip this and run with it. I don't care what he clip. I love when he clip me telling the truth, especially when I'm talking to delusional Dolphin fans. I love every bit of that. I always enjoy getting clipped when I'm correcting delusional Dolphin fans. I don't want nothing but the truth on this channel. Truth spoken. I don't let the reason why this channel was started because I live 20 freaking years of just delusion even within myself. Every year telling us reasons how we're gonna be so great and we barely could even make the playoffs. Nah, I got sick of the delusion. Starting to call this team out for what it is every game, every season, everything. And when I know that we the real deal, everybody will know we the real deal. And that's what this channel stand on. And right now, nobody take us serious. There's no real deal. We're just a sparking wild card team that can, and not as literal wild card. We're just a spark team that can play great football, but in the biggest moment, we fold like an umbrella. And until we get over a big moment, nobody gonna have real faith in us. Only people gonna have faith in us are the Achos and things like that because it's lucrative for their career. It's beneficial for their career. They make one post talk about why Miami's going to the Super. Acho can go live right now and make a post talk about why Miami gonna win the Super Bowl and how Tua gonna lead them there. It'll lead every headline and every team news with clicks and views. These people out here using Dolphin fans because they know how crazy y'all is over Tua. The whole league, even Stephen A. done backed off. Oh, when you look at the Dolphins, I have to disagree. This and that. Man, they are using y'all for clicks. You don't think they pander to most of y'all? At the end of the day, you ain't beat nobody till you beat a real team. Who cares? Who gonna take us serious? For real, for real? Who gonna really take us serious? Just like Minnesota last year, all them wins. Nobody took them serious, and rightfully so. First round bouts. You're going to have these few people that's in the middle of the road in broadcasting, trying to elevate, trying to get to that Stephen A. Smith level around here, pantering to y'all like Acho and them guys. Yeah, they eating it up. It's smart, though. I ain't going to lie. If all I cared about was the clicks, growing, and money, I'll be eating it up too, man. Let me tell y'all why Tua the best quarterback in the league. I could be the biggest cheerleader around here talk about Tua the best quarterback in the league. I had everybody on a spoon, just eating it up. Because I give you all these fake compelling reasons y'all give. But I sell it. I make it sound good. I'll play with your emotions and sell you on Tua. Tua, the greatest quarterback in the NFL, y'all. Look what Brian Flores, I go straight to Brian Flores. Y'all already got y'all attention. Yep, he tried to ruin them. Already got your attention. Tua, the best quarterback in the league. Brian Flores tried to ruin him because it wasn't his selection. So he tried to sabotage him just for another quarterback. just to try to seem right. I play him like a piano. And they'll be sitting there right there. Yep, all facts. I see no lies. Man, I eat these Tuaneers up. Boy, I'll be their number one fan. Boy, if I would have took the Tua route, I would have sold Tua better than anybody out here selling them. I would have sold Tua better than anybody out here selling them. I have 100,000 subs right now. 100,000. I have 100,000 subscribers right now. I would have played everybody like the lottery. Shame on Flores. Worst situation ever. Matter of fact, they should sue him. And then he ruined us. I'll pander to that Flores situation. Then I'll be like, look at Tua now. Balanced, calm. Look at the throws he's making. And then I'll go with that line. Look at how fast he reads the defense. There ain't never been nobody read the defense that fast in their life in the NFL. You tell me one person read the defense this fast in your life. Tua's doing godly things on the field. Man, Tua's going to be the next Brady. Man, I have them all ate up. They'll be going crazy. All these narratives. I know he ain't throwing in a spot, but I'll be eating up that time. Look at the anticipation. Look at the reading the defense. Even when he looked one way and blindly throw it the other way. Look how fast he went from one read to another. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a quarterback do it that fast. Never. This is unreal. Y'all realize we got the best quarterback in the NFL and it's still with the bad O-line? Tua carrying this team. Look at Tyreek. They want to make it seem like Tyreek carrying the team, but why Tyreek wasn't looking like this with Mahomes? Why wasn't he looking like this with Mahomes? This is the Tua effect. Tua putting that ball right on Tyreek. He's finding him when he's open. He's never missing him when he's not. This is all Tua, but they want to try to make it about Tyreek. But that's all right. They're going to see. They're going to see when Tyreek's gone how great Tua still is. And I'll be buying time at that point. Man, I would eat him up. I would eat him up. Easy. Because it's too easy. Y'all out here pandering about irrelevant stuff. Win a game in January. Then let's talk. Let's win a game in January. Then let's talk. Sickening, man. These people out here, every time I see them with a clip on Twitter or Acho or somebody else. Look at here, ladies and gentlemen. I have to go to the film. And when you look at the film, look at how fast oh, boy. Yep. There go Acho. Then 2 weeks ago, you just gave up on them. Oh, but now we back again. The ratings went down. Soon as you gave up on them ratings went down. And now you're just waiting on the next little film throw. So you be like, let me show you one thing that people don't understand about the greatness of Tua Tagovailoa. And maybe it's time. Well, I can tell you now. Watch by the end of the season. When Herbert don't make the playoffs, I bet you Acho bring up that Herbert talk again. Watch what happens. He gonna bait y'all like no other. You think Acho really believe this stuff? Acho gonna be like, hey, I saw a little difference last year, but this year, I think it's time to go ahead and make sure that we in that Tua Herbert debate. He gonna pants it to y'all, man. He gonna have you eating right in his spoon. It's gonna be easy. And watch what happened. Watch what happened. Yeah, this game pretty much over. 15-point lead. Well, that ain't technically over. It ain't over yet. Unless San Francisco score a touchdown here. Herbert need a coach. Man, I don't even think it's the offense. They need that defense. Look how much money they put on the defense. And he's a defensive head coach. That was his specialty. And they're the 31st ranked defense in the NFL. Worst. Luckily, they played the Patriots today, so it probably made them look better. TD, let's be real. Acho has forgotten more football than you know. I agree with you. He's forgotten 1 billion times more football than I know. But one thing that I do know is that he playing y'all like a fiddle. He pandering right in y'all hand because he know what that brings his value in what he's doing it on that network. He knows the recognition that it brings him. Yeah, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy if y'all don't think, man, Acho, ain't nobody caring about Acho until he started talking about Tua. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Acho, another guy on TV. And hey, I like Acho. I actually like Acho. But let's be honest, nobody was paying him that kind of attention, and he still ain't getting no Stephen A type of attention. But you cannot tell me since he started talking about Tua, he ain't been elevated a little bit in the media, the way people see him. His recognition ain't elevated a little bit. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Go zoom backwards 2 years when Tua was with Flores, and go look at Acho timeline and look at the views. Anytime, and go look at him. And he ain't mentioned Tua back then, did he? Did you ever see him mention Tua back then? And then go look at his numbers whenever you start mentioning Tua last year, and you'll see the difference. What I'm going through the denial stage of, there ain't nothing to deny. What am I denying? I already told you I like what Tua doing right now. Jalen Hurts being evaluated for concussion. This can be interesting long term. Touchdown, San Francisco. This game over. I'm about to get out of here. Yeah, Acho is all about clicks, man. Let me tell you why. Because when you evaluate football, right? Now, here's my perfect example why. And even y'all Tua obsessors will agree with this. When you're evaluating football, right? Just because Herbert and Tua had a head-to-head and Tua had a bad game and Herbert had a good game in one game, you change your whole stance. You change your whole stance. Oh, I want to apologize to the Herbert people and all this and that. One game don't change your whole stance. You watched enough film to know that even bum quarterbacks have one great game here and there. You don't change your whole stance. He just looked stupid at the moment and decided he wanted to backtrack and apologize to the Herbert ears. Oh, I ate my words, and I'm sorry. Herbert's that dude. He's that dude. Now watch, over the next few weeks, I can guarantee you, if they keep on slipping over there in LA, watch he come right back at attacking Herbert. Watch he come right back at attacking him. All about clicks, man. So miss me with that. That's all it's about, man. Purdy, Purdy's type of day, and I ain't man. Purdy is a 68% completion today, 268 and 3 touchdowns. Similar day to Tua, just one more touchdown in him. Similar Tua day, just one more touchdown. I think Tua had 18 completions too, if I'm not mistaken, but 24. 18, 20. Yeah, but 24 attempts. Purdy had 26 attempts. So Purdy probably, because that touchdown, and 2 more attempts is probably going to have to give Purdy a better day. I'm only saying that because somebody has been tracking Purdy and Tua's numbers in a system like this. So, yeah, another smooth day for Purdy against a high-quality team in the Philadelphia Eagles. Purdy-type game, this game against the Eagles. This is what I'm talking about right here. These are the games I need Tua to have against great competition. And I put Tua ahead of Purdy slightly earlier today. And I still hold true to that. But I got to let the season play out this year. If we had Purdy this season, we wouldn't be undefeated. Because the difference between San Francisco and Miami, we're focusing on Tyreek and letting the rest fall where it may. And San Francisco, this is the difference between Tua and Purdy. Purdy ain't looking for that first read like that. Purdy actually hiking the ball, looking down the middle of the field, surveying the defense to determine who's open too. It's a difference. And Purdy's finding an open guy versus staring down the first read. But they also have a better system in how they like to run the ball and stuff, in my opinion. And they got better weapons, man. This is what I told y'all too. Debo, Ayuk, and McCaffrey, in my opinion, it's better weapons in what they try to do. And people will disagree with that for sure. But y'all don't understand how potent a Debo and McCaffrey. They're two similar type of players. It's like having two Tyreeks. See, Waddle, Waddle also ain't a contact guy. Debo and McCaffrey both can absorb contact too. So I think Purdy got more, if you ask me. So it's kind of unfair. All right. Anyway, y'all, man, San Francisco just scored. I'm finna get up out of here. This game pretty much should be a wrap at this point. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what, man. San Francisco probably going to be viewed as the number one team in the NFL after this. And it's hard to argue that. All right. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. I'm out. My bad. I got to end the stream first.